welcome Colin to the YouTube channel of Retail Jeweler India and World, and we are privileged to have you with us. So we are here to discuss the exports business, the international business, and the IIJS Virtual, which is now going to happen from October the 12th. So the first question for you is, what is it that you feel, this entire IIJS Virtual will mean for the entire world of gems and jewelry and the global retailers who are looking forward to it?
Thank you, Samit, for having me on this channel. The pandemic started, I guess it hit India in March, and we are, at the end of September today. For the first 3-4 months, we at Council and I guess everyone, globally, we were in this hope that there's going to be a vaccine and the lockdown will be over and we'll still be on for doing IIJS August. Finally, I think, maybe a couple of months back is when all of us realized that even if physical happens, there is no escaping the fact that COVID is here to stay. Vaccine is long way off. Business needs to go back to normal, and we need a new virtual format. Luckily for us, under Shailesh and his whole team at the Council, we were looking very aggressively for a solution, I would say, from April. And we scouted every IT company I think there is in Hyderabad, Bangalore, Chennai, Bombay, Gurgaon, everywhere. And we even saw several solutions globally. So having said that, finally we zeroed in on a solution which we think is the ideal one for IIJS Virtual. And we really feel that between the video camera facilities, the internet bandwidth which we have available in India, the IT expertise of our manufacturers and retailers, that we have a simple solution which will help our manufacturers and buyers to connect after many months in a nice virtual way. And we've also tried our best to give them opportunity to transact business. Of course, we understand that business won't be equal to what can be done physically, but at the same time, we really feel confident that at least at a 40-50% level, business should be transacted based on demand, obviously.
And also, given this entire pandemic and the entire business environment for the next 3 years or so, what would be your advice or recommendation to the government of India to increase exports and also help in ease of doing business in the country?
To be honest, the government really doesn't have the fiscal space to give benefits, I guess, to industry in terms of reductions in whether it's duties, tariffs, taxes, and whatever, I guess, is happening will happen for all industries. Having said that, believe it or not, our industry does have some typical challenges when it comes to certain, I would say, modes of doing business. So if you look at e-com policy, we really don't have an e-commerce policy. So we have an e-commerce policy broad level, but we don't have anything in place which specifically helps, aids, abets a manufacturer anywhere in India to sell on any platform globally. We're not able to collect payments on credit card. We're not able to ship within 24-48 hours. We don't have the Indian Post, which is geared up for taking precious cargo. And the entire transaction cost is quite high. So having said that, we are representing very, and it's, I would say the meetings are going well, wherein if we are able to bring down the transaction cost and the speed at which we are able to move goods from India, then we'll be able to participate in this new economy, which is e-commerce. So it used to be 3-5% of the global gems and jewelry trade a few years back. It's slowly crept up to, I would say, 10-15% in this last 12 to 18 month period. And guesstimates are that it will become 20-25% of the business very soon. So it would be a pity if the Indian manufacturer is not able to take part in e-commerce.
What would be finally your message to the trade, Colin, on the upcoming IIJS Virtual to Indian retailers, and Indian trade which are going to participate in large numbers? I think by till yesterday it was like 5,000 trade retail visitors. There's a lot of excitement among also the manufacturers who are creating a lot of new collections. A lot of new players are participating for the first time, and they're also creating, and the existing guys are coming up with new collections in different product categories. And retailers also coming in with a lot of expectations. What will be your message to them, keeping in mind what you just said, that the next 6 months are going to be very important? So how should they go about stocking, or what are the other advice you will want to give to the retailers?
I guess what's happened in a few virtual formats, where the council has done virtual buyer-seller meets, is that there are a few buyers who are, hesitant. There are a few buyers who are on the fence, and there are a few buyers who always take the plunge, and are willing to buy. And I would say that at least to all our Indian retailers and manufacturers, we've done this virtual format now on diamonds and on plain gold. And we've had buyers coming from China, Korea, Thailand, Vietnam. And believe it or not, millions of dollars of business has been transacted, where our manufacturer actually got hard purchase orders, and they've shipped goods and they've got their payments, and everyone's happy. So I would really, the message would be that retailers, please come and place orders. That's what the manufacturers need. They need the business. They need to get their factories going. The workers have suffered. They're all in their hometowns now. They've started coming back. So in the end, the only solution is business. So please, I would only say that let's go and take that risk. And even though it's online and you can't touch and feel the product, and it's not IIJS as normal, but here are people who are committed to this industry in the long term. They're not running away anywhere. They're going to be in business, even a few quarters down the line. If you're not happy, or for whatever reason, I'm sure it'll work out between the manufacturer and retailer. But this is the time to maybe go out and show some optimism and positivity. So we are hoping that people come and spend a serious amount of budgets.
And finally, one last thing, which a lot of retailers and manufacturers are trying to understand from GJEPC point of view, is that this entire pandemic is not going to go away for the next 2 to 3 years. So there were a lot of plans which GJEPC had. You have been working on maybe a B2C festival, with the government of India, the Made in India program. So how do you see this entire panning out from a GJEPC perspective and its activities for the next 2 to 3 years? Because this is going to stay, that's the feel now, that this pandemic
as Summit, as a trade body, what we really intend on doing is continue the good work that we've been doing over the last more than 50 years. Because in the end, we represent the industry at large. There are huge hopes that the council does much more on demand creation. So whether it's working closely with the National Diamond Council on diamond promotion, whether it's working closely with World Gold Council, BGI, whether it's Forever Mark, any of the bodies who are associated with our industry, on what else we can do to excite the consumer, then that's something which we'll definitely do. Besides that, one of our key goal areas this year is to do the shopping festival. And the correct timing for the shopping festival was going to be before the physical IIJS. We'll definitely be doing it, I guess, in the next couple of quarters, as soon as things start coming back to a little bit of normalcy. The shopping festival should create a lot of excitement in the cities that we'll do it in. It will be like the Dubai shopping festival or the Singapore shopping festival. So I would say that to split this into several parts, right? One is the virtual buyer-seller meet will continue. So we'll probably be doing more of those on the export and the domestic front. I guess the physical IIJS will definitely come back next year in some avatar, and a nicer avatar, because we don't want to unveil it right now, but we are working very hard behind the scenes to make it bigger, better, nicer, more and more world class, or better than anything out there. So that will continue. We'll be adding the shopping festival also to our repertoire. So that will happen. So we'll have the shopping festival, we'll have the virtual shows, we'll have the buyer-seller meets. Besides that, I don't know, but I hope you recollect some of the videos we did last year.
Yeah.
Creation. Yeah. So we'll be doing more of those. So there'll be another string of those coming for Dhanteras and Diwali. So I think we'll be doing, I guess, everything possible on promotion on all fronts. And in this journey, while we're creating demand on the ground, we'll be making more effort into this whole journey of digitalization. So that's happening for sure. So whether it's this virtual format, whether it's educating our members more on doing things online, how to photograph a piece of jewelry better. We're doing all these webinars with bloggers. How do you do your social media better? So there's at least at our think tank over here, we're trying to put together everything possible which affects the life of our manufacturer, retailer, but on the digital side.
Oh, thank you very much, Colin, because those films, just coming to that, really helped the retail trade, and consumer communication was really bolstered whenever it really powered last Dhanteras onwards, and retailers are looking forward to it. In fact, I got a lot of calls recently that before IIJS Virtual only you should start again, as in to promote it among at least at the trade level so that they can also pick it up. And it's great news that you are doing some new films, for all the categories which retailers can use for Diwali and Dhanteras onwards. So that will be nice, and all the best for IIJS Virtual. We'll see you at the IIJS Virtual, and for all the programs you have planned, especially the shopping festival and all the demand creations. The entire trade and the retail community is with you on that.